Welcome to my second in-depth tutorial from the free card Fuller, and as said, this time I'm going to explain how to perform it with 4 persons, and this was a request I saw many times in the original video. So here it is. First of all, I would like to say that you should first take a look at the original video on SCAMSCHOOL by Brian Brushwood. You can find a link in the box below. And also, please, on my channel, take a look at my in-depth tutorial of the free card Fuller and try to find out how to play the game with 4 persons. So now I start explaining how I should do it with 4 persons. First of all, please remember, as you have seen in the free card Fuller, there were always 15 cards in between the cards of the 3 spectators. 15 is a number that can be divided by 3. When we are going to play this with 4 of a kind, you need a number that can be divided by 4. Also, when you start reasoning from the final result, which is 4 cards, since you are playing with 4 persons, you should multiply this until you end up with a number that still is within the range of 52 cards. So, when we do that, you end up with 4, then 8, then of course 16, and finally 32. Because if we multiply that again, we would end up with a number that is more than 52, and that is the maximum of the deck. That's why the joker is over here, because otherwise we would of course have 2 jokers in addition to that, and that would be 54. Anyway, so we are going to start with 32 cards, and because we are going to repeat the process several times, we need 5 additional cards. So over here I have the original 5 additional cards. I'm going to replace them, just like I did in the other tutorial, with white cards, so you can exactly see what happens and why they are necessary. Okay. Well, now we are going to play it with 4 persons, and exactly like in the free card Fuller, we should be able to predict where the cards end up, because the end result should be the 4 cards of the spectators. So here we have our 5 top cards, and here we have the card of spectator number 1, which it will be the first card we end up with, the 6 of clubs. 8 cards further, the next one, that's the jack of hearts. 8 cards further, 3 of hearts, and finally the 8 of spades. That's card number 8 when you count from the bottom. Also, I would like to remind you of the schedule that was added immediately after the intro of this video, and all the steps that we are going to watch over here have already been shown over there. So now I start dealing for the first time, and please notice that then during the process you already lose 3 of the white cards. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, excuse me, close, open, 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 close, excuse me, close. Finally open. Now, and also in between, Brian Brushwood is saying, have you seen your card yet? And of course they will say no, because as you see, the red cards are over here. Now you say, okay, well, if your card is not over here, then we can put these cards away. And we are going to repeat the process. Now, well, notice that at the first time when we started, the spades were at the bottom and the white cards on top. But now the order has reversed. So now we have spades on top, and at the bottom we have 2 white cards left. So open, closed, 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 open, closed. Have you seen your card yet? And of course it's better to ask it somewhere over here. But if you think that's difficult, because you should remember where you are, open or closed, then of course it's up to you to ask it at the end. And they will again say no. Again, put the cards aside. And here you see why you need the white cards, the 5 cards on top. Because otherwise you would reveal in the final round the card of the spectator too early. Okay, let's continue. Open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open, closed, open. Have you seen your card yet? No. Okay. And now, well, then you are going to ask, please tell me for the first time, what were your cards? And that happens to be exactly as predicted, these 4 cards. Well, there were also some people asking, could you please explain how this trick can be done with 2 persons? I don't think personally that this is a good trick to do with 2 persons. I recommend Tricky Joker, and I will put a link in the description box for those who would like to see that trick. Finally, and that was also a remark I made in the tutorial of 3-card Fooler, you can do, of course, some false shuffles before you start, and that's what Brian Brushwood is doing. And what he also does, he says immediately after the moment that the spectator has put, for example, this card on his or her pile, take some cards of the spectator next to you and put it on top. After that, the person next to that one should first put the remainder of that person's pile on top and then their next card, which means that the cards in between always stay the same.